What? What were you just saying?
I said,
No! Don't tell them, baby. She trying to give away secrets.
That's what I was asking before we started. It's cold, too, by the way.
She requested that we do this inside today.
Yeah.
It's chilly, for sure. We're at the point where I start to really not like to be outside. It's...
Timing is just wonderful.
Perfect, perfect. We're supposed to be getting our building materials today. And, as you guys know, in the Crocker video yesterday, if you haven't seen it, check it out. We did a slab, a dry pour, and then we got some materials for that, but...
minus 4 things.
Yeah.
Because
the most crucial.
Scoured the earth.
Oh my goodness.
And they just are non-existent, and it's...
so frustrating.
The most important.
Every time we just want to... People always comment, y'all never finish anything. We can't finish if we can't even start. Every time we need the most important part of any build, anything, no matter what, it's not available. Yeah. We can't find it.
Yeah.
It's just not good. It's not good. We're... At this point in our lives, we can laugh about it and be funny. That it's funny.
To be...
very frustrating.
It is still very frustrating.
But we can find the humor.
I think we just have learned to laugh at our pain.
Yeah.
So, what can you do?
Yeah.
This is the life we chose.
Yeah. Someone did comment on the video. I was just looking through them right now. I didn't get to go through all the comments, but there are quite a few people that are saying, like, the dry pour won't work. We just wasted our time, effort, money. We've actually done it before, for anyone that doesn't know. Mm-hmm. And, yes, we do know about Country Cajun Living. We actually learned it from them.
Yeah.
And
they're the dry pour king and queen.
Oh, yeah. Just go to their channel, click on most popular, dry pour.
They got it down. There's one too where they even started doing stamps
textures. Yeah. Alligator.
If you're interested in stuff like that, I'm sure you guys already know.
Yeah.
But they got it down.
Yeah. So there's multiple reasons why we did it the way we did. But we'll get into that here in a minute. But some people were commenting saying it won't work. Some people were commenting, give us advice with stuff, which is always welcome, and we're very happy to hear that. And then some people were asking what the price difference would have been if we would have got a truck that was ready mix, come in, pour. That was honestly what I wanted to do, and take my stab at finishing it and doing all that stuff. And Danielle said, well, let's just do a dry pour. We've done it before. We know we could do it. And I'm going to say right now, I'm very glad we did a dry pour compared to a truck for this factor only in the moment that I can think of. The temps ended up dropping more than we thought. And if we would have done all that, I feel like it probably would have cracked, and I would have been really mad. Finishing it all smooth and getting it perfect.
Yeah, and paying more and everything.
Yeah. I don't know, because someone asked, did you quote it for a truck to come to deliver? What was the price difference? I don't know. I do know what it would cost a company to come in and do the whole thing. Mm-hmm. I know that.
Well, I think having a truck come in is typically, $250 a square foot? Something like that?
Roughly.
Maybe 3?
Here, you got your phone. Do 160 square feet times, just say,
160
times 2.5.
2.5. 400.
It would have been about the same amount. If that's the price.
Yeah, I'd say that's the cost.
From what we were told.
Of like a company working with. Okay, so I don't think we would get that price.
Probably not. But here's the thing also. A lot of trucks, and it depends on where you're at, and especially if you're far out and stuff, they will only do it with a minimum amount of yards. And I think, because I've watched a bunch of videos and different things and then looked up stuff, ours was like 1.5 yards, 1.6 yards or something like that of concrete. And I've seen where a lot of places will do like a minimum of like 4 yards because it's not worth their time to drive that far out to dump a little bit and make a little profit. So a lot of times they'll say, we won't come dump it unless it's a minimum of this amount. And with it being a smaller slab, we want to do dry pour. Plus, it's also like the satisfaction of doing it ourselves.
Yeah. And just, again, we did try it before, but it wasn't this big. And we tried new things with it too. So it's just, it's always fun to try new things.
Yeah.
As well. I don't know.
Yeah. And I learned, because we know nothing about cement, concrete, nothing like that. We know the bare minimum. But I did learn in the comment, whether it's true or not, I'm going to believe this person. They've been around for a long time and I trust them. That adding Portland cement in it will make it harder. But, if you do too much, I forgot what exactly he said. If you put too much or you put too much water, it could actually make it like where it's going to crack easier. Now, once you guys find out what we're doing, you guys will realize what we did is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
There's always, a reason why we do something. And then also you guys have to realize, we do YouTube as well. And, if we just had a truck drive up, throw concrete in, and then leave, and we did that, everybody and their mom has seen that. We've seen many comments saying, wow, I've never seen anybody do a dry pour. I didn't know that was possible. And the whole point of it, and this is going back to Country Cajun Living, I've watched every dry pour video they have, and their whole mission is they want everyone at home to feel like they could do it. And that's the whole point of us letting the dry pour like live on and do it, is even if you don't really know how to, or you're worried about pouring this huge sidewalk and you got to mix it all, get it in there, and you won't have time, it gives you the opportunity to take your time. And like when we were putting it in and screeding it and doing all that stuff, and there was gaps, and if that was wet concrete, we'd have to be throwing it in, doing it, going, and
moving fast.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell y'all right now, it's a lot harder to move concrete than you probably think, and even dry concrete, it's heavy. It was 6,700 pounds, and when you're trying to move a couple hundred pounds at a time, I mean, you got to think each bag is 80 pounds, and every row we were probably putting 5-6 bags. So that's hundreds of pounds that you're like trying to move. And I don't know if you have ever gotten a board and tried to move gravel before, but that's about what it's like. So, it gives you the time to do it. And then also you need very little tools. And if you want to finish a slab and make it look really good, you don't need a bunch of tools and crazy amount of tools, but you do need extra tools to do it and trowel and do all that stuff. And then you guys saw with our dilemma, with our big slab, even when you do all that, it still can mess up, and so we just wanted to take the opportunity to try to do a dry pour and hopefully inspire some people to do it, learn from things that we've done. Whether maybe I just got choked up about talking about people learning from me. Guys, as a joke, calm down. Some of y'all are like, say he's full of himself. He's a narcissist. Everyone that's ever called me a narcissist doesn't even know what narcissist means. And that's a fact. That is a fact.
Even whenever the definition gets sent to you, it's like, that doesn't apply.
Yeah. But it's it gave us an opportunity to try something. And I don't know. I didn't get nervous with it until it was time to put water on it. Just because we did have a bunch of hiccups, and like even just rolling it was clogging up the roller, and then it was I mean, there's a lot of stuff that happened not even on camera. I'm not even exaggerating. I probably spent 45 minutes.
With the roller was the biggest pain.
Yeah.
I don't know, too, if maybe we just had gotten the wrong type of roller.
The mat, the finish.
Yeah. I don't know if a different one would have helped.
Yeah,
or
again, we don't know till we try.
Yeah, so I guess we gotta do it again.
Let's do it again. We're building something there, and then we'll need more concrete and stuff around it. And I told Danielle, I said, I want to try actually mixing it and finishing it next time. It'll be smaller. It won't be as big. So I want to try that. And then, as you guys know, we got to move the grain bin. We got a house to build. We got all the stuff. We have quite a bit of concrete work left. And I would like to try to do a lot of it. It's as y'all know, even when you hire stuff, it still messes up. So you might as well just do it yourself. And Danielle's like, I don't think you should do it. I think we should just hire it. But hey, we'll see what happens. But I don't know. I'm just a big believer in just try it. Just go after it. And it's like we've been saying, it doesn't matter if it comes out perfect. It doesn't matter if it comes out, just as good as if you hired it out. You are literally flipping a coin when you hire something. You are literally flipping a coin. You don't know if it will be what you want or not, or come out good or not. What?
You can always look at reviews.
That don't mean nothing.
No.
Most reviews that you ever find online, the only real ones are bad. And then the good ones are probably people's friends or families commenting or putting on there, or businesses themselves. I trust no reviews online, unless it's like on Amazon or something like that. But as far as like a job, I honestly do not trust reviews. I could say right now how many reviews I've made in my lifetime.
How many?
Very little, maybe like 2. I know I made one for Beeline, I think, whenever, because we had actually went there, and then, I'm sure some other point in my life, you just don't really think to leave, the average person doesn't really leave reviews, so, hopefully, today we'll get our building materials, and everything will go smooth, and have it all ready, and then hopefully we can get the rest of the materials we need for our project. And it's been many, many, many months since we've actually made good progress and built, and we are very much aware everyone wants to see that. We're very much aware we want to see it. Again, we do appreciate everyone for sticking around through it.
Just
the low...
Again, there's problems with the pad, and then waiting on materials.
Yeah.
Because also, I don't know if we've talked about this. We had to change our entire plan.
Yeah. Don't say too much. Don't say too much.
Build.
She likes to slip stuff out on accident. Don't slip, baby. If y'all don't know Danielle, she likes to fall.
I fell again the other day. And
trying to show off. Trying to show off
for nobody, but it's just having fun myself.
Yeah.
Oh. But forgot what I was saying. Oh, so again, waiting on things, but I forgot what I was saying.
I don't know.
Now that it's all coming together, and as you heard, Jason said we have more concrete works to do. Well, also, it's now
getting cold. and it's not good to pour concrete when it's super cold. So, look at us.
So currently, that's where I'm stressing.
But
what can you do?
Why do things happen in life? I don't know. You can't change what happens in life. You can just change how you react to it. And we're at the point to where just laugh at it. Just move on. Just whatever. Yeah. I truly, at this point, I really feel like, and I'm not even joking, we live in a simulation. Things that just it's like playing a video game and we have just some young, dumb kid being like, let's see what happens to them now. Yeah. And they put us in these stupid situations.
Yeah, whoever's controlling me.
That's what I feel like's happening here.
It's pretty rude.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I thought about it today, this morning, and I was just thinking about different things, but it's a weird scenario to think of, but normally if you're a good person, I'm not talking about myself, we all know I'm not a good person. If you're a good person and you always want to help others and you put others before you and you do all these things and all that, what's really the payoff in life? You get used. You get mistreated. You get taken advantage of. I know.
You get called a narcissist.
Well, Danielle's over here. Y'all just, it ain't me, y'all. Danielle's over here. You do all these things, but for what? Everyone has their different reasons. There's, people out there that are Christians that say it's just the right thing to do. You do it. You lead a good life. You do all this and you go to heaven and all that. Some people don't believe in religion and they do it and they get taken advantage of. And then at the end of their life, they're just like, I should have just worried about myself. And why did I do all this to get taken advantage of and feel like shit my whole life and all this stuff? And my whole life, it was just, instilled in me to like do stuff for others. Don't put yourself first, do stuff for others. And I did that for so long. And I feel like I got stepped on, I got pushed around, I got mistreated, I did all that. And then now more in my adulthood, I learned to like put boundaries and put my foot down and just be like, no, I'm thinking about myself now. And then it turns out that I'm a jerk because I do that. But the people who take advantage are never a jerk. It's the person who puts their foot down and says all these things ends up being the jerk. And I don't know, I just started thinking about that this morning with different things and people and whatever. And I'm like, I feel like I'm in a simulation because like you get to pick and choose how you get treated and how you treat others. And then the outcome is what you want it to be. As far as like, screw people, I'm just going to do something for myself. I'm going to benefit. I'm not going to put my, put my wants and needs aside to help other people that just are going to use you and then they're gone. And then it hits you where it's like, but you should help people. You should be a good person. You should put others first. And then you start thinking one way or the other. And then if you really truly think about it, the people that are benefiting the most out there never care about other people.
Yeah.
Ever. Those people literally benefit the most. And it's the people that don't care about anyone else. It's crazy. Like, if you really truly think about it, the people who benefit the most are the ones that don't care about anyone else. They just care about themselves.
That's I guess, ties into, we don't really talk about religion and stuff, too. But that's where it's like, at the end of the day...
Maybe we're not Christians. That's
we are. But that's, at the end of the day, it's not this lifetime or whatever that they'll answer for that. It's...
Yeah.
When it's all said and done.
Yeah.
But... Yeah.
That's why I talk a lot. She doesn't really elaborate much.
Well, as you're talking, I had something to say, but then I forgot.
But yeah, I was just thinking about that this morning, and I go through these phases, I guess, of just like, screw everybody. I don't care. I mean, once you get taken advantage of or treated bad so many times, you get numb to it and you just learn, like, no one cares.
But then, yeah, that's kind of as you said, as you go into adulthood, you, like, learn the difference of seeing signs and setting a boundary.
Yeah.
But then again, too, once you set a boundary, that's when it all explodes as well.
Yeah.
It's just kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. So might as well, you just gotta keep doing the right thing.
Yeah.
We were even talking to my dad, in just multiple scenarios. He'd be like, well, why don't you just take care of yourself? And you're like, and I was like, well, this would help, some person or whatever. And they're like, my dad just kept being like, but what about you and your family? It's like, I don't know. I don't know why we don't think that way, but it's just,
yeah. I don't know. It truly is a weird way to think. I don't even know why I brought this up, but
yeah, I don't know.
It is weird. I don't know. I just thinking this morning, and it's just like, man, like, I guess I go back and forth on it, just because we do hang out with Paragon a lot, and they are the type. This is why I was thinking about it this morning. Doing stuff with Paragon. Jeremy, he stays true to who he is, and so does Chrissy. But just talking about Jeremy, they're literally the type of people that'll drop everything to go help someone else, even if that's the only opportunity they have for themselves. And they're the type to do that, and they're the type to, like, literally, we have stuff coming today to be delivered, and they were already doing stuff behind the scenes to try to help us.
Yeah.
And they literally said, if something happens, call me. Just know it'll take this long for me to get there, but we'll be there. And I'm like,
that's crazy.
Why are they like this? Like, I appreciate it, and I really do, and we do anything to help them.
And I think it goes to note that they do these things without the expectation of, like,
get anything back.
Yeah, like it's not like, oh, this is going to be a video for us, so we're going to do this type of thing.
No, or
they're truly just great.
Well, and because it kind of got me thinking too, because they were going to help a family member, and everybody knows no one wants to go help someone unload stuff and do all that. You know what I mean? Like, when you've already worked all day, you've already done that, and it doesn't matter who it is. Just think of any time you've ever helped anybody move. You're just like, oh, I don't want to do this. You do it, but you don't want to do it, and
moving's the worst.
It is, and I will never move again. People are always like, they'll never find. I'm like, I don't care. I'll dig a hole and live in it out here before I will ever move again. I'm not moving again.
Technically,
we'll move the stuff from the house.
That's what I was about to say.
Here, but that's different. That's all your stuff. But I just started thinking, like, what do these people get out of it? Helping others all the time, or putting others first, and doing this, and then you get taken advantage of, or you get treated poorly, and they didn't say anything. This isn't coming from them. There's nothing that they did that.
Jason just likes to observe.
Yeah, it's just a, like.
Did he be thinking?
Yeah, I think I'll talk. But
that brain just been going.
Yeah, but it's nothing that they did or they were telling us or anything like that. It has nothing to do with that. It's just they're the type of people that I'm, like, thinking about, and when you're
thinking about Jeremy,
he my best friend. He said, "Oh," but you do these things, and then a lot of times you get taken advantage of. A lot of times you get, mistreated, or friends come and go, and co-workers and whatever. And I just started, I'm like, man, like, why? Like, I was like that for the longest time, and I always felt like I got used. Always. Every time. I never, like, even when I was like, man, I don't have time for this. And I always did. I'm like, it's the right thing to do to help. And then those people never came around to help. Those people never came to ask if I was okay. No, those people never, it's just one of those things to where, how do some people stay consistent with that? And then, like, I don't think there's going to be any way Jeremy and Chrissy would ever break from being those type of people. I don't. That's just who they are. That's just in them. They're very, like, just, what are these called? Salt of the earth people. They're just,
they don't let anything change, like,
who they are, or, anything like that. And then I go through my phases where I'm just like, okay, I'm nice, I do all this stuff, but then I get taken advantage of. So then I put boundaries, I put my foot down, I do all this stuff. And then now I'm an a-hole. And how do you do it? And I'm like, I just feel like I'm in a simulation. I can't, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like, what do you do? And I honestly don't know why I got on this rant. But I don't know, I just started thinking about it, and I'm like, man, like, is it all just a big test? Is it all just, like, what is it? At the end of the day, what is it? Like, why are you put in these scenarios when, it's kind of out of your control if people ask you to do things or take advantage of you or whatever. But, like, why does that happen? You know what I mean? Like,
because there's not good people out there.
But why? But I just don't understand it.
Or selfish, or
I get it. And we're not talking about a certain scenario, so calm down, people. Some people are probably like, oh, they're not trying to start. No, I'm just, in general. I just started thinking, I was just like, man, they're just, like, really good people. And then I started thinking about myself, and then I started thinking about other people that just think about themselves, and then started thinking, I'm like, it's so crazy. Like, legit, if I think of people that only think about themselves, they are living life. Truly. I mean, they're just living life. It's crazy.
Yeah.
The better person you are, the harder your life is, it seems. And the more you just don't care about anyone else, the more your life is just awesome. Mm-hmm. It's just awesome. At least that's what it seems like. So how do you find that balance? And that's kind of where I'm at in life, is where in there do you just get walked on? Do you become an a-hole because you shut it all down? How do you meet in the middle? Is the middle even fine? I don't know. Fine. Every time I say fine, you and Chrissy and Jeremy just don't like it. Y'all just always got to tell me I got this southern twang. You can tell he's from Texas.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other words, but it's stuff like that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyways, I don't know what I got on that, but I guess I would love y'all's perspective of...
Coffee be kicking, you just be thinking.
No, I'm cold. I'm shivering. Need to turn this heater back on.
Black coffee.
Yeah. Need to turn the heater back on. It's too loud. That's why we turn it off for this. But, I don't know. It's a weird thing to be put in a position where, do you be a really good person and then you know that you can get taken advantage of? Or do you put your foot down and you know people are going to bash you for it? Where do you stand, and how do you morally know where the right place to be is? And at the end of the day, does it even matter? You know? At the end of the day, does it even matter? If I wasn't on the internet and no one knew the things I did on a daily basis, would it even matter? Honestly?
Well, because you are on the internet, you're like made out worse than you are. Because I guess, I don't know why. But.
Yeah. I don't know. It's an interesting concept, I guess. At the end of the day, I'm just going to be me. And wherever I find that spot, that's where I'm going to be. But it is interesting to see different point of views and why people do things, whether it's good or bad, and then the perspective of what people think. And then, like, there was a comment this morning, and it was about something else, but it was just, they literally commented and said, neither of you know this, but, and then told us what we need in life. But we're the ones living it. And it's not that they mean it in a bad way. I don't know what their true intention is. The internet. You never know through a comment. But it's a lot of times, too, that you're getting judged by people who don't even know you when you do these things. And people constantly try to argue with us about our own life and what happened and what our intentions were.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times that's where we get in trouble, because we, again, especially Jason, the truth seeker, justice for the truth, he wants to so much explain and put the truth out there and everything, but then that gets misconstrued in everything. So
yeah, we were watching a YouTube video yesterday, and I'll just tell you, I don't care. It's Whistling Diesel, and these guys scammed him, and he pretty much, this guy's a millionaire. Money is not anything to him, and they scammed him out of $1,000. Oh, we gotta go. Building materials is calling.
Oh,
all right, guys, bye.